Yo, mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're listening to Green Day. Yes, now, I'll tell you what, we go through the discography from album 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, and on and on and on and on. I completely butchered the run through of this Green Day run through, so I've been bouncing from album to album to album, alright? But we've got here, somehow we've gotten here to Insomniac, alright? I don't know what to expect. In all honesty, I have never seen this album artwork presented at all. So I don't think it is a fan favourite. And somebody's even... Oh, well. Insomniac is one of the most underrated albums because it's overshadowed by the smash hit a year before, Ducky, okay? Ducky, I don't know how it's pronounced, but that's what somebody has just said in the comments. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? So, Green Day fans, you present me with a lot of great engagement, so I hope this is, I'm stuttering butter all over the place. This one's for you, to put a long story short. This first one's entitled Armitage Shanks, 1.3 million views, let's go. So somebody said in the comments section, there's an insane cover on this. Now, I've had a look through the track listing and I can't clearly see a cover. There's a song called Jaded, which might potentially be an Operation Ivy cover. That's the most I've taken from any potential cover hints on the record. Am I right in saying that? If you're commenting now after seeing this video, if it's just been put out, I already know the answer. So give me props, give me a clap on the back, and call me quite knowledgeable about my punk rock if that's the case. All right, come on now, because that'd be good. I have no doubt that this band was influenced by Operation Ivy. No doubt, maybe not directly, but you know, it would make sense. Come on. Armitage Shanks, I would say short and sweet, but relatively long compared to some of the tracks on this record. What can I say? It's quality music, major tonality, no messing about. We've got Brat coming up next, track number 2, alright? Let's keep it going. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now we're listening to Green Day Insomniac. Track 2 of 14 is entitled Brat. Let's bounce into it, shall we?
Mom and Dad don't look so hot these days. They get it over the hill. Then let's close it in and catch it up. As far as I can tell, get a better venture and go burn in the smells of defiance. I'll just wait for Mom and Dad to die in my inheritance. Well, now one more
There's great production on this record. Really clear, really powerful. I'm content with the sound of this record. It reminds me of something. I'm just trying to put my finger on it. It's that dun, 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 dun. It really reminds me of something to a T, but I can't remember what it is. Who am I thinking of? Blink-182. Dead and a rock show. That's the one, isn't it? Come on. Good tune. Yeah, good tune. Good tune. It's about a rich kid wanting to claim their parents' inheritance. Brat inheritance. What can I say? Yo, I've got so much to say. I just thought I'd repeat inheritance last. Yeah. There was an air of heaviness to the guitars there. Which, you know, you wouldn't necessarily consider it heavy music, but the way it's played and the way the distortion sort of lays across the mix at times really gives it that feel. We've got a music video coming up next, Stuck With Me, so hold on, we're going to get that done. Yes, now, bless now. Do not forget to rest now. dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're signing in once again. We're listening to Insomniac by Green Day. This is track 3 of 14, entitled Stuck With Me. Yawn. Let's get into it, shall we? Music video with this one. 5.5 million views.
Part of your LA, I'm just alright. Clad structures waving colors bleeding from my throat. Got some surveillance to you, I'm just alright. Down glass by the flowers that begin the loss of hope. Cast out, buried in a hole. Struck down, force and made of love. Destroyed, giving up the fight. Well, I know I'm not alright. What's my price and will you pay it if it's alright? Take it from my dignity and waste it till it's dead. Throw me back into the gutter 'cause it's alright. Find another pleasure, get another help. Cast out, buried in a hole. Struck down, force and made of ball. Destroyed, giving up the fight. Well, I know I'm not alright. Cast out, buried in a hole. Struck down, force and made of ball. Destroyed, giving up the fight. Well, I know I'm not alright.
That was Stuck With Me. Yo, I'll tell you what. Let me give you a precursor to this listen through. I am in a bit of a bad mood, yeah. Not to the extent where I'm gonna be like completely negative throughout this, but I've had a long day, yeah. And that's my precursor to the statement I'm about to make, because obviously you're on here because you're a Green Day fan. But as a fan of punk rock generally, you can see how this band got taken to the masses as like punk rock poster boys. They never cross the line of being like, they'll throw a swear word in there or be like vaguely confrontational to a power that be in a very, very oblique and, you know, ambiguous manner. They're never bold in making statements of actual rebellion. And that was just something that came to mind as I was watching that, because obviously there was something that needed to be said, but it's never really said, is it? They come forward with a nice melody, with a powerful production, with a good energy. They're essentially like a sugared cereal of the punk rock world, alright? Which I enjoy, don't you get me wrong. But that's a bit of food for thought. Yeah, it was a bit of a bittersweet comment, but you know, it's like fast food punk rock, innit? But it's what people love. That's not to say any of the adjacent bands are any different who we've been enjoying listening to, you know. The Blink-182s, the Sum 41s, the Offsprings, the all this, that and the third. They're very sparkly rock bands, essentially, that don't necessarily say too much, you know. Because if they said too much, a label would drop them from the get-go, because the label are run by people who don't want these people saying it. So, you know what I mean? Let's keep on moving. We got Geek Stink Breath coming up, alright? I mean, it's self-explanatory, right? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We got another music video. We're listening to Insomniac from A to B. This is track 4 of 14, entitled Geek Stink Breath. It's another music video with more views than the last one. Stuck with me. Must be a good one, right? Let's go. Gross. Whenever I feel like I've lost myself, I come back to this album. The anger in it is liberating. I don't hear no anger, to be honest with you. In my opinion, this was their best album. The heavier sound suits them. Alright. I said that in a prior tune. I said there was an air of heaviness to it. It's 3 chords, but the way it was played and the guitar tones and whatnot, it was a heavy production. The fact that they put out Ducky, Insomniac and Nimrod in a row is insane, says Chad McCann. And followed up with Warning, American Idiot, 21st Century. I don't hear anything about that record, Warning. But some people say that 21st Century Breakdown's pretty good, eh? That's horrible. There you go. Pretty gnarly music video. What more can I say to that? That was Green Day with Geek Stink Breath, alright? We're going to keep on moving to No Pride. I didn't have too much to say. I mean, it's Green Day are a good to sing, a good band to sing along to, good band to have a dance to, but there's not necessarily an incredible amount of depth as to where you can... Yeah, we might have a good one. Isaac says this is one of the best Green Day riffs, in my opinion, with plenty of uplikes. We've got No Pride coming up next. I've got high hopes for this with that comment. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Green Day, okay, Insomniac. This one's entitled No Pride. It's track number 5 of 14. Let's go. Come on now. Best Green Day riff, apparently. Nice. Darth Vader says when they were raw punk like the Ramones and the Clash, they were really good. Madness. But then again, I'm a person who says the Clash ain't a punk rock band, so you know what I mean? Come on. Incredible drumming on this one. Fantastic production on this record. Really gives Green Day justice, I think. The sound engineering is really good. Let's see if we've got credits. Engineer Bernd Bergdorf. We've got Billy Joe on the guitar and producing. Lead vocals, Billy Joe. Mixing engineer, Jerry Finn. Got to give some props to Jerry Finn. Engineer, Kevin Army. Props, Mike Dern on bass guitar and producing credits. Backing vocals, Mike Dern. Additional engineer, Richard Heredia. Producer, Rob Cavallo. Drums and producer, Trey Cool. Writer, Billy Joe. Writer, Mike Dern. Writer, Trey Cool. So they all get writing credits, which means they all get an equal distribution of the royalties as far as me literally playing it right then and there. We've got Babs, Uvula Who. I don't even know, people. I don't even know. But that was a really good tune, that No Pride. Yeah, I think that was the... I think that was the best track we've heard so far on this record. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Insomniac. We're on track 6 of 14. Green Day is the band. Babs, Uvula Who. I don't know what that means. Let's go. Here we go. Who's jamming up? Yes. Quite a bit of audacity to them backing vocals on this one. We've not really heard them to that degree up until this. Look, Mike Dirt on backing. Cool tune, good energy, but you could say that to them all. Great energy, great tempo, great sound, big concentrated burst of, you know, high octane frequency. Really good, really good. We've got 86 coming up next. All right, we're flying through this record. We are flying. 1 million views on this one. This best be a good one as well. Come on. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. We're at the halfway point essentially. After this track we will be. 86 is the title of this one, track 7 of 14 on Insomniac. What more can I say? Let's blast into it, shall we? Youth Crew.
What brings you around? Did you
Probably the first, like, palm muted riff we've heard.
do something the last time you were here? You'll never find it now. It's buried deep with your identity. So stand aside and let the next one pass. Don't let the door kick you in the ass. There's no return from 86. 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 Don't even try. Exit out the back. And never show your head around again. Purchase your ticket. And quickly take the left train out of town. Stand aside and let the next one pass. Don't let the door kick you in the ass. There's no return from 86. 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 Don't even try. There's no return from 86. 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 Don't even try.
What does it mean there's no return from 86? Clearly, well, I say it's clearly, maybe it's not 1986. Have we got a story here? Let's have a look. There's no return from 86. Did they start the band in 86? Potentially? It's probably about being banned from 924 Gilman, a legendary punk venue, by 86th. From restaurants, meaning cut out, taken off the menu. Bands who signed to major labels. Wow. Wow, that's pretty cool though. Yo, that's sick. 924 Gilman are sick for doing that, to be honest with you. Now, I got no problem with bands cutting a deal, but which is gonna bum the band, let's be real. Like, I'm so avidly against signing a contract with the bigwigs, because we know what that game is. But and I say that with a weight in my voice, because it's disgusting. But yeah, I gotta put some respect on Gilman if that's what they did. Yeah, respect. Every venue should do that, but do you know what? Venues can't do that because Live Nation won't be getting in touch no more and spreading some of that. That's how that game goes, you know what I mean? Anyway, we've got Panic Song coming up, track 8 of 14, alright? Yes, now bless, now don't forget the rest. Now we're listening to Green Day, Insomniac, track 8 of 14. This one's entitled Panic Song. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Some build up. This is the biggest build up Green Day have ever done. What's going on? This is an intro, this, isn't it?
Headed for a cheap escape on the
That was a good song. It would seem like a good intro track for an actual live set. You know, building up that tension, that anticipation at the start. Really good. A little bit had a more mature feel. Did that than the sort of written by numbers pop songs we might get from time to time. There's a little bit more of an odd structuring to that one, which I appreciated. I enjoyed. Now, Green Day do what they do best within that pop structure, but it was nice to break free of that and add a little twist in there. We've got Stuart and the Av coming down next, alright, people? Yes, now, bless. Now, don't forget the rest now, people. We're listening to Insomniac by Green Day. This one's entitled Stuart and the Av. Alright, track 9 of 14. I'll be with you in uno secondo. I'm turning my oven off, alright? Sorting myself out a little quiche, a little bit of scranolan. Let's jump straight in. You know what? I want to say a big selling point to this band is the simplicity of the guitar work, meaning a lot of kids will be picking up. You tell me, as a listener, as a consumer of Green Day's work, did this band inspire you to pick up an instrument and learn how to play? Or if you were playing an instrument, how many Green Day bits did you learn? It sounds fun to play, right? Easy to play. This is a good comment because it's true. A lot of bands got to realise that people freak out when you feature even like 2 bars of bass. It's true. That was Stuart and the Av. Not my favourite track on the record, but gave us a little bit of a talking point, didn't it? We've got a music video coming up, Brain Stew / Jaded, but then we've also got Jaded following in from that, so perhaps we've got it doubled up on this playlist. But it's the official Green Day playlist, so let us jump into it, shall we? Video plays soon. Little Strepsil, little Febreze. Bada bing, see you soon. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Okay. Green Day, Brain Stew, Jaded. That's the music video we're going to be watching right about now. It's track 10 of 14 on Insomniac. It follows with a track called Jaded. I reckon you've either got both of them in this one video or Jaded stands independently in the playlist. So we'll just listen to them both at once, alright? If that is the case. Is Jaded an Operation Ivy cover? There's only one way to find out. Because they said there was a cover on this record. Well, I might have to... Oh, you know what? Sorry, I wasn't playing it from the right system, but just by them 2 chords, I've seen this in a meme. Have you seen that guy playing the acoustic guitar? And that guy with the gold grills doing the ad-libs up front? Anybody seen that? That's this tune, innit?
having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross-tops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
Mosh.
My eyes feel like
I just need to check something. Was it just guitar, no bass? Yeah, there was no bass guitar. Bass comes in with the drums.
cross-tops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
Quality.
My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Right up and bulging down my skull. My mouth is dry. My face is numb. Wrapped up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go. My mind is set on overdrive. The clock is laughing in my face. Crooked spine. My senses dulled. That's the point of delirium. On my own, here we go. My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Right up and bulging out my skull. My mouth is dry. Face is numb. Wrapped up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go.
You heard that development. There's such a great, subtle yet consistent development in this track from the start to where we are. Which is good songwriting, that's what you want. Now what Jay did,
Somebody came up and something I'm falling up into a state of regression.
well, it's not Operation Ivy, I'll tell you that.
The expiration
Unless I'm missing out on some if it's a variation.
came back like a letter. That's like my baby, I direct. Always move forward. Going straight won't get you nowhere. There is no progress. Evolution killed it all. I found my place in nowhere. I'll take it one step sideways, later with my crutch. Get back to people in freedom.
DB.
Count down from 9 to 5, how am I gonna die? Listen to our distinction. Always move forward. Going straight won't get you nowhere. There is no progress. Evolution killed it all. I found my place in nowhere. Always move forward. Going straight won't get you nowhere. There is no progress. Evolution killed it all. I found my place in nowhere. In nowhere. In nowhere.
Yo, they should throw a few more D beats in their music generally. That was really good there, that last number. If you want to know how a D beat goes, burnt banana bread, burnt banana bread, burnt banana bread, burnt banana. It's the discharge beat. They got it from the Buzzcocks. Yeah, quality. This one's Jaded. Let's just see if it's the same one. Whoa. Yeah, really good tune. I think Jaded is my favourite one. Yeah, really good. But then again, Brain Stew's fantastic as well. They're both on parallel. Two sides of the same coin. Really good. We've got Westbound Sign coming up. Let's keep moving. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Westbound Sign is the title of this one. We're listening to Insomniac. This is track 12 of 14. Let's go. Last couple of tunes were belters. Really good. Yeah, really good. Green Day's power is in the way they structure their music, because that 4 chords is a 4-chord pop song. It's the most cliche chord progression of all time, right? But that being said, Green Day turn it into their own. A little bit of help from the sound engineer, of course, to give it that polish. But Green Day choose when the drums come out, when the drum beat changes, when the guitar comes out, when the bass comes out, when there's accents here and there, when they change the section, and that's how they make it magical. That was Westbound Side. The last few tracks have been really good. Tightwad Hill coming up next. All right, let's keep it moving. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're on track 13 of 14 of Insomniac. We're blasting through. This one's Tightwad Hill. Let's get this show over and done. I mean, at this point, I can't tell you what's good because it's such a great consistency the band has and that this record has. We keep the energy. These dudes can't write a bad chord progression to save their life, you know. It's always consistent and tight. Always sounds brilliant. And I've got to leave it at that. I mean, I understand it's not the greatest response of all time, but we're 13 songs in and I can't hate. I just can't hate, but I can't come up with anything too new. Let's finish this record off. Walking Contradiction coming up next, alright? I'll see you there. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in and signing out. Last track of Insomniac, it's entitled Walking Contradiction. Peace out, let's finish this record off, shall we? Sounds like Rancid when I was just listening. Do you know that one? There's something wrong. It was on And Out Comes the Wolves. I was only listening to that yesterday. Someone said in the comments, I can't help but put this track on and sway and sort of bop to the beat. And that's some of the best sort of music, right? When you're walking down the street. And it just floods you with energy and feel-good energy. And you take that on your walk to wherever you're going and you feel good for yourself, you're feeling yourself. And it's a magnetic energy, people pick up on that. That was Walking Contradiction. It was a good track to finish off on. These dudes are the maestros of making positive, uplifting sounds in punk rock music, you know, using the major chords that most bands stray and swear to never go near. Green Day just use them all up and create these popular, pop-esque, friendlier sounds, and it's really not a detriment to the band whatsoever. I'm gonna do a review of this right now. I'm gonna give an overview of this record and I'll give it a rating out of 10, okay? I'll see you there. Yes, now blessed now. Don't forget the rest now, people. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Knocking on a little bit. I've got to get up early tomorrow, so let's make this nice and brief. Little review of Green Day's Insomniac. I just listened to all 14 tracks on this record, okay? You should have that play-by-play, song-by-song on this channel by this point already, alright? If you're interested in seeing my live reaction. It was a good record. It was a good record. I mean, they didn't reinvent the wheel with this one, that's for sure. But what they did was create 14 tracks of consistent, upbeat, positive, and disregarding the lyrics. There was a general feel good sound to the record. Some people say it's an angry record. I don't know what constitutes as angry, but melodies and major chords and whatnot don't really do it for me as far as angry is concerned. I know you could dispute the vocal performance, but it wasn't snarling, nonsensical like screams of rage by any chance. It was a good record. I've never seen this artwork before, so it's definitely not a fan favorite as far as it's probably got a cult like following, this record, instead of like some of the more pushed records like Ducky and American Idiot and everything in between. The production was spot on. I couldn't imagine there being a better production for this band. This band is a band that needs a sparkly, clean, full on, powerful production, because at the end of the day, what they're doing is playing free chords in a tight fashion, and it wouldn't necessarily express itself into different of a manner from its competition if it was of lesser production. So I've got to give the sound engineer their props for that. I think a lot of it comes down to them, even though the songwriting is pretty good, you know. What more can I say, really? These dudes are fantastic at putting three chords together. They've got a formula, but the thing is, on the flip side, it is so consistent, it's samey, alright? It is so consistent, it's samey. It's so consistent, and the ceiling is such a brilliant sound that it would be a detriment for them to stray away from it, right? So they don't stray away from it. And that's what makes Green Day great, because they are a fantastic, approachable, good looking product. So they can't add any edge to it. I had a little bit of a rant earlier on in the listen through saying they're punk rock, but they're not punk rock, you know. They wouldn't be pushed like they have been pushed. They wouldn't be picked up like they've been picked up. They wouldn't have been able to have chance to market themselves to the amount of people they've marketed themselves to over the years if they were like a little more direct and concentrated and elaborate their message a little more as far as the anti-establishment or whichever themes they try to teeter across lyrically in their songs. That being said, they're a very tight band. I can see a lot of interest being shown in this band from the youth, down to them being relatively simple songs that sound very fun to play on instruments. So I bet a bassist has picked a bass up, a guitarist has picked a guitar up, a drummer has sorted a kit out and picked the sticks up out of the sake of learning a bit of Green Day, or at least initially on their journey to learning an instrument, they've played a few Green Day numbers. Would you not think? Rating wise, I'll give the record a 5.5 out of 10. Should it be higher? You would maybe argue yes, but to me, we've done 1, 2, 3 great songs in a particular format with a particular chord interval, with a particular structure. We've just gone and repeated that 14 times over. We've not necessarily the greatest hooks in the world, like chorus sections, sort of. You can do it if you've got a consistent rearrangement of fantastic chorus sections. I don't think this record necessarily had that. So I'm going to leave that there. It's respectable. Well, I hope it's respectable. It's respectful from me, alright? I'm signing out. Peace.